These are expensive shoes. These would have cost about £150 from Loke Finsbury's. But as you can see, they are really badly creased and cracked and dried out. The creasing is normal. That happens with the natural flexing of the shoe, but it doesn't have to destroy the shoe. What we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how to fix the deep creases and cracks. I'm going to show you how to maintain your shoes so that cracks and creases don't come back, and how you can get your lovely shoes to last for decades, not just a couple of years. We're going to strip back all of the layers of polish. I'm going to give it a deep conditioning with some melted beeswax. I'm going to use my universal leather balm before building up the color and hopefully to a mirror shine with some wax polish. So the first stage is to strip off the polish. I'm going to turn on my wax melter and melt some beeswax, and also put on my travel steamer for when we need it. So laces out, shoe trees in. Incidentally, the majority of the creasing could have been avoided or prevented just by using shoe trees at the end of the day. I think what's happened with these is they've been repeatedly polished over the creases and it's basically locked in the damage. What should have happened would be take them off, put the shoe trees in to try and ease the creases, and then condition and polish on top of that. But sadly, that's not happened. We're going to see how much of that we can reverse today, and hopefully we'll get a nice result. I'm going to put one shoe to one side to give us a comparison, and we'll just go in with the Renner mat to give it a clean. Start at the toe and work my way back. Now, if I show you just from the start, that's already taking off lots of old wax polish. The reason this is going to help is it exposes the leather underneath and allows the heat and the steam to penetrate the leather and get right into the fibers. The beeswax will absorb through the polish, but it's basically making the job easier by taking the existing polish off, because we don't need that anyway. We're going to put our own layers of polish on afterwards. And as you can see, the toe caps themselves are actually in really good condition. There's not a lot wrong. If you were just looking at the toe box itself, it's in really good condition. So we want to try and get the positives out as much as we can. Now, I've shown this technique before. We're basically going to go with a cotton cloth doubled over the front of the shoe and wrapped around. That's going to protect the leather from the extreme heat and moisture. Now, this seems like a very brutal method, but trust me, if you do it in controlled, gentle sections, it works really nicely. You want to keep the iron moving and not settle in one place for too long. And again, when you're looking for positives in an old pair of shoes, the fact that they've been worn repeatedly and flexed means they're going to be really comfortable shoes and really nice to wear. So in many ways, doing this with an old pair of shoes makes them better than a brand new pair. More comfortable, certainly. And I can feel, because I've been ironing over that crease, I can feel the leather softening up underneath it. That's really nice. I'm going to condition the whole front of the shoe with some beeswax. The beeswax is now melted. And I'm just going to get an old cloth, dip it into the beeswax and make a start covering that. Now, as soon as the beeswax touches the shoe, it will start to solidify. Don't worry about that, that's exactly what we want. Let's get a nice even layer of the beeswax. Especially around that crease bit behind the toe box. Now for the next bit, you can use a hairdryer. I'm going to use a heat gun because it's more controllable heat. But basically what we're going to do now, and we're going to do this several times over, is melt the wax and get it to absorb into the leather. The heated leather absorbs the beeswax a lot more readily and makes it ready for round 2. Now these have a day-night sole, which is a rubber sole. Be careful with the heat gun on the rubber sole because you might melt the rubber. Now I'm just going to try and remove any excess wax while it's still soft, while the shoe is warm enough to keep the wax soft. So I'll just give you a progress update. That's where we are, and you'll notice there's still a residual line of beeswax around the welt. So just get the corner of your cloth and give that a clean. Now, it should go without saying that you don't need to do this every time. This isn't a weekly maintenance thing for your shoes. This is it could be once every 6 months, it could be once a year, depending on how often you wear your shoes. But regular maintenance should just be with a leather balm and shoe creams and wax, rather than the full strip back and beeswax conditioning. So this is my universal leather balm. I've done a video about this. If you want to make the balm yourself, the link will be in the description. That was quite well received and had some great feedback on that. And of course, with the shoe still being very warm from the heat gun, it's taking the leather balm very nicely. It practically melts it on contact. And that's going to get into your stitching, it's going to get into the welts, it's going to get into the creases, just to give the leather a really good nourishing. So that's where we are, and that's without any polishes or any colour or anything applied other than the beeswax. That's just with the Renomat, beeswax and universal leather balm. So the next stage is going to be putting the colour back into it. And just to give you a comparison of where we are from where we started, it's a great demonstration of just what those first few steps have done. Just going to start with an ordinary black kiwi polish, applicator brush, that's just 2 coats of black kiwi polish. So there we are with 2 coats of kiwi and a quick buff. And to be honest, most people would leave it at that. It's a very acceptable condition for a pair of black Oxfords. However, if you want to take it to the next level, then you have a look at doing a bit of glassage. Now that's probably as good as I'm going to get it with my mirror shining skills. It's not brilliant, it's not perfect, but you can see what you can achieve with a bit of patience. But if you compare it to where we started, there's absolutely no comparison. The creases are about 90% diminished, the toe's nice and shiny, and that is a shoe that you'd be proud to wear. That is ready for the bin. But with a bit of time, bit of patience, and a little bit of elbow grease, you can achieve some good results. For weekly or monthly maintenance, polish, cream, some sort of leather balm, and shoe trees. That's all you're going to need. If you use those things, then your shoes are going to last you for years and years. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Take care.